Game. Dumpster fire. Dumpster fire. Oh, man. Just talking too much. That's another thing that we got to change on the channel a little bit. You know, Brighton, I'm happy to answer all of these questions, but they're just going to have to wait for more opportune times in the game, okay? Because I want to keep this instructive, and me answering a bunch of questions about the French, about the Scandinavian, all this crap is just it's just too distracting. It's just too distracting. So I hope you understand. So if you guys have questions about the game at hand, I will try to answer them while I play. If they're more general chess questions, save them for in between games where I have time to provide a thoughtful response without just outright blundering my game. One thing that Will Ride for Bagels and I were talking about last night was sustainability, right? How do we make this? I really enjoy streaming. I really enjoy interacting with you guys, but how do we make it sustainable? Um, and that's one way is where I can focus on my play a little bit more because I've just been talking way too much. Way too much. All right. So we got ourselves a good position. Rook AC8. That's no problem, Brighton. I'm not expecting you to know that because you're just kind of continuing on how we have in the past. But I'm just saying we need for the long term we just need to start making a few changes. I think taking here might make some sense. I know I'm giving up the center, but I'm drawn to this move for some reason. It might not be good. It probably isn't good. But I am drawn to it for some reason. All right. So I was thinking we could take once here towards the center. And then hmm. Ugh. Really don't like my position. Yeah, you can use points during the game, of course. Of course. Um yeah, I feel like I've really misplayed this position, unfortunately. Brother. All right, I think I kind of see what I can do. Let's come here. Let's take and let's drop this knight back to defend everything. And then we can just prop up the knight on e6 like that and blunt this bishop. We'll see if it works. All right, he's starting to put max pressure here. So good job on my opponent. But I think... I don't know what I think in this position, to be honest. I think we could probably come here. Just adding another defender. Oh, that... I'm not sure that works. Not sure that works. Let's see. Um, let's come here. Okay, he's looking to take this dark squared bishop. I mean, I might be missing something, but that's not a huge concern of mine. I don't think. Maybe it is. Alright, my whole idea with this position was to try to oppose this bishop and neutralize his pressure on this diagonal. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, he drops the bishop back. Now my rook is short on squares. Perhaps I have an attack here now. That looks like it might work. If I could drop the bishop back on g6, that would be pretty good development. Yeah, but the problem is once he moves, well, this could undermine the defense of this bishop. I actually think maybe we're okay here. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting, but let's say we... So if we take, he's going to come back and take... Actually, that works out for us. So we're threatening the capture, and now this hangs. So he'll be able to capture, and we actually have kind of a balanced endgame, as far as I can tell. Let's attack this knight. And let's just come back here. All right, so pretty good job there. Just holding things down. Where is best to come with this knight? I think probably here, so that we can meet knight h6 with this and keep this defended. And then I'm just going to look to activate my rook on the second rank. That's the basic plan. So we have that line. This is nice and defended. And let's look to activate our rook. Let's kick this knight. Okay, and now I'm in a better position to try to make some noise with my rook. So good job here so far, I think. Where to bring this knight? Let's come back. Okay, threatening to come here. So I could actually see this position ending in a draw. Oh, that's nice. I missed that tactic by my opponent. That was very good. Nice job by him. Alright, but the game goes on. I am going to get some king activity out of this, that's for sure. Let's come here. We're not giving up. We're going to make our opponent win another game. Psychologically, when you feel like you found a knockout blow, you just kind of ease up a little bit and you're like, got him. And then your opponent doesn't resign. It can be difficult to pivot, to refocus and reconcentrate and say, oh, okay, I actually have to win this game. And that's what we're doing here. So, looks like we might be winning this pawn back. with some nice pressure on the king side. So he got that tactic in, but the problem was it did allow my king to become very active. And he has kind of a weak structure over here, and he just went really passive with this knight. So let's see if we can grind him down. So where to go here? Let's come here and give a check. So he's getting a little active himself. So we don't want to allow any more tempo moves, I don't think. So let's come here. I think I'm winning this race position. I think this just might be winning for us. Because this knight cannot come back and do anything on the king side rather. It's just completely boxed out. Knight's attacked. The knight is attacked, so let's come here. Let's just not lose to some fork. Don't want to lose to a knight fork, that's for sure. So let's just get our pieces involved here. And let's just start bringing up our king. The king's an attacking piece, we want to use it. Okay, I'm not worried about these pawn advances. Okay, I'll come here. So let's see if we can squeak this one out. So what I was looking at in this position was, well, a couple things. This looks really attractive, just hitting here. Just got to make sure I don't walk into a fork. I do not want to walk into a fork in this game. All right, let's come here. Got plenty of time. We just need, we just need to be accurate with things. Why am I having such a hard time finding the win here? This is kind of embarrassing, if I'm being honest. Let's just try to force the king. Just force the king out a little more, and yeah, let's just zero in on this square right here. Come here. This is not a fortress by any means, but it's pretty annoying. So let's come here. Oh, and my opponent resigned. Okay. That was a sloppy conversion, a really sloppy conversion, but let's go back to kind of the critical point in the game. At least what I think was right here. So surprisingly, Surprisingly, rook takes f7 is just a draw. It's just a draw in this position. Let's just go to game review real quick. Okay, so I played knight e4 and he took on f7, which is the best move. But it does not win. It looks so scary. I have to admit, I'll admit this openly, that when my opponent played this move, I thought about resigning for a second. Because it was a move that, it was kind of like a bolt from the blue. It came out of nowhere. It really just kind of rattled me. But then, just took a deep breath, refocused, and realized, hey, the problem with doing this is that I get a really, really, really active king, okay? And my knight is very quick to attack these kingside weaknesses. Very quick. And then I was able to win. That key pawn and established material equality. Now here is his problem, okay? You do not have time to go after these pawns. And the reason being is that this knight has no way back into the game. None. It's going to take an eon for this knight to come over and provide a defensive role. So you really need to get the king involved in defense. King g3 only move, but it's not like it was exactly hard to find. And apparently I didn't have any misses in this endgame. There were no mistakes. All of this was fine. You know, it's not like I missed an easy mate in one. You know, it was just a little difficult with these three passed pawns and this knight. Just kind of finding a chink in the armor. Obviously, it was there, but I finally hit on this idea of, well, this c4 pawn is a weakness, and once I took that off, then his defensive position just collapsed.